It's Monday motivation time. Whether you're listening to this on Monday or Saturday or Friday or whatever day it is, I hope that it gives you the kick in the pants that you need to remind you of things you already know. So today I want to talk to you about something I think is really important. It's important in my life, something that I often disregard, and I bet you it's something that you do as well. And it is this reminder that we are always getting better. We are always improving. If we are someone who is reaching for something more in our lives, whether that's in our personal lives, our relationships, in our job, in the business that we're building, as a parent, if we are conscious about wanting to improve and we're taking actions like reading books or podcasts or implementing habits in our lives, I want to remind you that you are getting better. Like you are, point blank. If you're making the effort, you are changing for the better. And I think it's something that we don't pay attention to because oftentimes we kind of robotically go into some habits that we have, right? Or maybe we just keep pushing along in our lives. We see a book that interests us because it seems like it's going to help us, learn something we want to learn, or we find a way of eating that feels like it's going to support, being in the sort of health state that we want. We gravitate towards these solutions, these learning mechanisms. And when we are learning, we are improving. And the reason because of that is if we take those right actions and that we implement intentionality into the lives that we are living, we will get results. We will. And oftentimes the results are very subtle, and this is why we don't pay attention to them. But the decisions that you make in your life, oftentimes months and months ago, will yield the results. And don't forget to stop and smell the roses and actually pay attention when you get those results. So just recently, I've had really great days. I've been full of joy, really, really happy. And I think about a couple months ago around Christmas, right after the holiday season, I was feeling really kind of low because I just went off the handles eating crap for weeks and weeks. And I'm usually a person that pays a lot of attention to what I eat and to my health. And I just kind of had that, well, it's Christmas and, I deserve it. And, went off the handles, eating donuts and on random days, which is not what I usually do. And I remember back in January, getting back to the gym. I'd also taken weeks off from exercising, which is definitely not me. And I just remember feeling like crap, just crappy, getting back to the gym and thinking I'll work out one day or 2 days and I'll start to feel better. No, I remember week 2 being I just got to keep pushing through. I know one day I'm going to show up and I'm going to start feeling, better and good and happy about the workouts, right? And that was back in January, and now we're in May. And I can say I'm so grateful to my January self for making that commitment, because now I'm feeling great. I'm feeling stronger than ever. And that's because of that decision. I'll also say that I'm feeling great because I'm paying attention to how much sleep I get. And these are the simple things. That's why I love doing this Monday motivation thing. Because listen, you could hear 120 million times that sleep is important. And it doesn't matter because you have to keep hearing it. Sleep is everything. I have 2 young kids. I often obviously lose my temper at times and have days that are, have anxious days and stressful days, just like everyone, just like you. But I've noticed a marked difference in my energy levels and my mood because of the sleep that I'm getting. And I was reminded of this idea of we're always getting better, because when you kind of notice a result, I think it's always surprising, because I think we kind of go through our day and we don't really pay attention that much to the results that we're getting. Obviously, we get a huge result that we don't like we pay attention, right? But if we get these like little wins, these results that are favorable to us, we often don't stop and pay attention to them. And so this week I was stopping and say, hey, listen, paying attention to how much I'm sleeping, you paying attention to how much you're sleeping will yield the result because you're always getting better. And sleep is such a great metaphor for that, right? If you fill your bank, your sleep bank, and you're well rested and your body is strong, the result will be that you feel happier, full of joy, have more patience, right? Put in the work and you'll get the results. You're always getting better, right? Even if you fall off the handle and you stay up super late watching some crappy show on Netflix and you feel really bad the next day, well, guess what? You've improved so much that you can course correct that much quicker. And I believe, and I'm going to leave us all with this message, the amount of time it takes for you to bounce back after a failure or after a misstep is I believe, the definition of success and failure. I can say so for my own health journey. Like I'm a person that really has grown to enjoy being healthy and all of these things. And from the story I just shared back at Christmas, feeling crappy, it takes one bad choice to kind of spin you off. And I experienced that. And I think this is not uncommon. I'm sure you have all experienced the same thing, right? You eat the wrong thing and then you just kind of like slide into the next week of just eating crap and you just sort of give up. And then you say, I'll start on Monday, and then you'll start on next Monday. And then weeks pass and you're just feeling crappy, right? But it's the same with that split second decision to sort of get back on track. And I think the time that you spend off the track is directly proportionate to how much time it takes to get back on track. So if you have a misstep and you have like a bad, crappy eating day or a bad, crappy day where you're distracted and you don't get anything done for anything off your to-do list, right? You just fall off those habits. You have to just snap back as quickly as possible, and that's going to make it the easiest for you, right? Train your mind to get back on track. And I promise you, that time will get shorter and shorter and shorter. In the last couple months, okay, I had a misstep in December, felt crappy, whatever. But since then, yeah, I'm not saying I haven't had a pizza day or had a fun drinking day or whatever, but I'll tell you, it has never been more than just one meal or more than just one day at a time. And that's why I've been able to maintain, that's why I get to enjoy where I am right now. Always, always keep pushing forward. So listen, you're doing amazing. I know that you are trying your hardest to grow and learn and stretch and stay on track and keep going with those habits. I know that you can do it. And all you need is to be reminded is that, listen, you're getting to where you want to go. You're probably a lot further along than you even give yourself credit for. So today, I want you to stop and think, what are some things that you've accomplished in the last 6 months? Even the smallest little wins. What are some of the wins that you can celebrate? Because listen, we're always getting better and we're going to keep getting better. So we just got to keep going. So have a great day, everyone, okay? Consistency is key. Just keep going, and I know you're going to get to wherever you want to go.